All right, testing. We should be live. Should be live here. What am I looking for now? Let's get this figured out. Here we are, Dripstone Creations, trying to figure out our first game. This, there we go. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. What button am I looking for? There we go. All right. Got that. Should be good to go, and let's get this going. So last time we finally got something set up, some primitive rectangles. Guess let's go in here and let's test this out because I know we are having issues. Got our ground, got our background, and we got our player. So if we go in this is what I want to fix next. Oh, I also made it so we have a camera follower. It's not great right now. You can see how quick it moves sometimes, but that should be okay for now. And my big problem we have is when we jump, we get stuck. I have fixed it so we can't jump a whole bunch of times, but I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with the physics, and I just can't exactly figure that out right now. Because it should just be check if it's grounded. Yeah, so first we're checking to make sure that we are on the ground because we're not having double jumps or anything like that. So if we press the jump button, checks to see if it's grounded. If it is grounded, then why do I have both of these? Why are both of these here? What happens if we take this out? I don't think we need both of those, right? Is that screwing things up? If that's the problem, then I'm going to be annoyed. Okay. Go, jump. Very floaty, but it does get stuck. It does get stuck. Why is it getting stuck? Why is it getting stuck? That's what I don't know. Because we want it to be a nice, smooth jump up and down. Change the mass. That didn't seem to do it. We don't have any drag. What happens if we add drag? Then we don't fall. Or we fall as slow as possible. So that's not it. What if we do? I think it's just going to make us fall even slower, right? So if we play here, fall, jump, that goes crazy, which is fine when we're moving. It's also something I don't get. I mean, we don't want to float like this. This is insane. But look, that does a nice arc, like you'd expect. But if we just go, that doesn't make sense. So we got to figure out something there. If you have any ideas, let me know. I have our player controller script here. We just set our velocity. Velocity X. So if we're standing still, this is going to be 0. It goes up. And then we change grounded to false once we jump. And then, yeah. What is going on there? I think really looking at it, we want our gravity in this to be different. I don't know if we just go and project settings for our physics. Maybe there's something in here I'm missing. Default contact solvers, solver triggers. Is there anything in here that I'm missing? Bounce threshold, max depenetration velocity. Bounce. May go to sleep. That's fine. Cloth gravity. Gravity. Let's just change this to something crazy. So right now it's all in metric, right? Negative 9.81. But we don't need it to be real world physics. We want it to feel snappier. It's still getting stuck. Why is it getting stuck? And see, you can see our camera movement now. Like the player can get further off and then snaps back. The only thing is when we change directions, we get that jitter, which we can fix later. But I just wanted something so when we're going around, it could follow. But what is going on with this? What does it look like? Okay. Y is 1.5. One Mississippi. So it waits for 1 second. Do I have anything weird about? Grounded check. Okay. Grounded. It's true. Okay. Press spacebar. Ground check. Okay, so it goes into our ground check. Okay, which is pulling from a different component on the object. We have a whole different script for our ground check. Okay, so you press down, it goes to our ground check. If grounded does not equal null, and it's true, we set the velocity. So inputs. Okay, we also check to get our input because when we're in the air, we don't want it to float. We don't want to be able to move, run back and forth. Grounded check. If it doesn't null, it gets okay. Run speed. Usually velocity y. So we take whatever velocity we have, which is from our jump. And we jump, we take our velocity from our x, and we add a jump force. Why are we floating? Why are we getting stuck in the air? Something to do with this. So if the horizontal axis is 0, I mean, that wouldn't matter, right? Because this get axis gives us a value between -1 and 1, right? So if we're going left, it's a -1. If we're going right, it's +1. So we want to check if it's not equal to 0. Either direction, it doesn't matter. And then we can do our input, which is fine. Why is this being weird? I mean, we might just live with it for now. .02. Just want to see if we go higher if we're moving. Oh yeah, we go way. Why are we going way higher too? Oh, physics, physics, physics. Can we mess with these settings maybe? So we go on our player. We have, can I attach this somewhere? Okay, we don't need to know that. We know when the player's in the air now. Don't need that on the update. Maybe it's just, what was that? Supposed to be a bird outside. We don't need that either. So we know that's working now. Why? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Oh, our jump force is 20. Okay. Ground to check. We don't use these yet. We will once we refine this. What do we want to do? Run. Once we set that to 10. We don't jump. What's the minimum we can do to jump? Not 12. It's not automatically updating our jump force either. Okay, this time it did. Man, I'm trying to see if anyone else has run into this problem too. Unity physics stuck in air when jump. Let's see. Nah. Oh, that's fine. Okay, let's start adding some more things. So I also think we definitely need a create empty. This is going to be our map bounds. Let's do this. Let's try to stay organized. It's going to be our bounds of the level. And what I want to do is we don't want the player to go off the map anywhere. So we hit the walls on the side. I don't want to put actual physical walls. I want to have it so they can only go a certain distance. So with our level bounds, I just want to add a component. Box collider. I think this should do it. Look at this collider. Why do I feel like this is not? Oh, that's why. Because its parent wasn't set to that. All right, so we should be, in theory, we are not. Floor, scale 100, that's fine. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Why is this not? Oh, that's why. Okay, I'm just an idiot. No big deal. Okay, so we want to set this to the bounds of the level. Our collider here. At least is how I'm thinking it, because then we can set a 3D border to how far we can go. And actually, center's fine, size Y20, 10? And maybe 20 is fine. $50, $100. And then floor, let's just scale this to 150. So our level bounds are in from the floor. So the floor will keep continuing on, but our player will only go here. That'll make it look cohesive, right? So now we need to clamp our player movement to the bounds. And what I think we need to do, so I just want to make sure that we get this set up. Okay, we want to look at the level bounds. And how do we want to implement that? I have another project where we did that. So maybe I'll look into that real quick. Because I think, yeah, let's see if I can pull that up real quick. Let's see if we can pull that up real quick. And where's that at? Where's that at? Where's that at? Okay, okay, okay. Assets, scripts. Player, where's my movement script here? Player movement. I just want to see fall distance. Check grounded. So we have that. We have sprite. We'll have to look into something like that later. So that is not what I was looking for, actually. No, that's not it either. Where is this one? This is going to bug me. Don't think it was in here. That's way too much stuff. This is not what I was looking for. Yeah, see this one before we did we just did a translation, X and Y. Right, fall damage per units or fall damage, drop through platform. That never worked for me. Maybe it did. Huh. Camera follow. Camera bounds. Oh, okay, okay. So we had it in the camera. Okay, okay, we can do that. We want to. Okay, let's go. Level bounds. Game object, fine. Okay, we don't need that. Calculate bounds. Okay. So our player movement, we want to limit the movement in the X direction, right? But we also want it to go between levels. So we have the level bounds object attached to the player. We need it to look for that. So I guess maybe let's look at this real quick. Oh, we still got it. Okay, that's the different one. I don't know if this is the best way. Let's steal this real quick, and then we can look at it together. So we went on the player controller and also the camera. Right, we want to not let it go beyond that. So calculate bounds. When do we initiate that? If player transform so on our update, I think we need to check. Right, so if we're going through our update, we want to check our horizontal position against the bounds of the layer. So we want to calculate bounds. Our bounds, we are not going to do this right now. Game object level bounds. What do we name it? Level bounds. Level bounds. Okay. Okay, so now we calculate that we got min and max, x, y. This is just a box collider. Bounds. How do we, what's the difference in syntax for, sorry, let's go bounds, box collider. Collider syntax. Make sure we get this right. Collider.bounds. Okay, so we do min bounds x, max bounds x. We're also going to want y, right? Do I need a vector 2? Just got to see if we need to really, if we do a collider center size minimum plus m max. I guess maybe that's fine. Maybe we don't need all that. But we will private float. Right, we want that to be a float. Oh, it's a vector 2. I guess it'd be vector 3, right? Bounds. Min and max. Min bounds, max bounds. Min bounds, max bounds. Okay, so that's there. Calculate bounds. If transform dot position is greater than, we just do transform dot position. That's a vector 3, right? Min bounds. Okay, transfer to. How we do if and? Yeah, just if and statement unity. Okay. Transform dot position. Just want to make sure we're getting this horizontal input. Transform. Spell it right. Transform dot division is less than max bounds. This is to check to see if the player is within the boundaries of the level. So we don't want it to go far. So calculate bounds if transfer, then we do all this. And we want this to all be indented. There we go. Cool. Cool. Noise. Transformed opposition is, we do that. If else how do we do else if? I gotta learn all the syntax. Hope this all works. Because this is where we learn, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna have 20 else ifs, so that's fine. I just want to know the syntax. Make sure we're doing this right. Okay, no, I don't need that. I just want the syntax. Dun, dun. Here. Get over here. Okay. How do we do or? I guess we'd want to do just if, right? Chance position is less than min bounds. So I'm worried. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. Transformed up. What are the odds this works? I'm guessing 0. Okay, it's less than. Okay, and then that's good. That's good. Share horizontal input. Velocity y. What else in here? There's something I wanted to check. Okay. Well, anyways, let it go in here and get all these errors. Yes, that's exactly what I thought. We have applied to. Okay, we're trying to do, yep, greater than. Yeah, we can't use those comparisons on a vector. And also, yep, that's fine. Implicitly convert box collider to a box collider 2D. 112. Line 112. There we go. Okay. Does that at least get rid of that one? Okay, cool. And let's see how we compare that. How do we do that in here? So we have our min and max bounds. Okay. So we don't want to compare dot x. So what do we define that as? Dot x. Okay, that should. We'll see if this works on. What do we do here? We clamp. That's fine. We'll just see if this works. Bounds.x. Is this the most efficient either? Probably not. Okay, that's not going to yell, or that's yelling at us too. Looks better though. Okay. Because it's not variable 75 and 79. We have an error. 75. Let's just see if this works. So okay, let's see if this works. Oh, I need to do transform. Dot position. Oh, that's probably what I just screwed up. No, it's fine. Let's redo all this, redo all this. Redo. All right, that feels like it's doing something better. Let's check it out. No errors. What are the odds this works? Okay. Got here. What'd we screw up? Anything weird going on here? No? Why aren't we dropping? Come on. So our pull, that's screwed up. We don't need to calculate bounds each time. What if we do that in our wake? So immediately it'll get our bounds to the level before anything else. Is that going to help? No, it does not. It does not. Okay, well, let's do calculate bounds. I wanted to do it every update. Do we want to put it here? And then we put this here. And then we'll do this. This. Oh. Okay, so that's good. Okay, calculate bounds. If then we run we run this. Is that gonna work? Is that gonna yell at us? What the heck? What the heck is going on? Let's start here. Set a debug statement. Do calculating level bounds. Let's fix this. So anytime that's called, we should see this. So let's make sure this is getting called. So we go into here, press play, calculating level bounds. Okay. So that's good. I don't think you guys can see what this is saying, but yeah, that's good. It is calculate, or it is calling that function at least. Calling that method. Okay. So each time we press this, it should calculate. Why did it calculate 13 times? Okay, you know what we should do now is, let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's see what... Okay, when we're calculating bounds, we do this, we do this. So that's not popping up, so that's fine. And then we'll do debug.log min bounds equals Is that how you do this? I think that's gonna yell at me. I forget the... They yell at me? No? Okay, perfect. Min bounds is -50, max bounds is 50. Awesome. Cool. Is it getting screwed up because the Z? But I mean, we should even so, right? Let's do that. Okay, it's calculating all the bounds, right? I like that. That's good. That's good, that's good. So we know that's working. Why is it not moving, though? Calculate bounds. If transformed at position X, so debug.log. Okay, let's just add that statement there. So when we run this, okay, looking at level bounds are good. Player within level bounds. Okay, okay, that's good. That is good. So it's within level bounds, so this is fine. Okay, so it should be running all this. That's because Okay, this is separate. So it runs through here. Goes through this and breaks. What is going on here? So found that. It's good. It's getting this right. It's getting that right. Chat, help! Chat, help! What is going on? Anybody have any ideas? Help me. Help me. Should I clamp my position? No, we just... That's fine. That's fine. Oh, boy. Why can't I spell? Okay, yeah, players at 0, 2, 0. Yeah, so let's get our position right, which is... Do I have my logic backwards? If player position is greater than min bounds, less than max bounds, sometimes we just comment out these. Because really, this should just be calculating numbers. Why did things change? Why did things change? This is... Okay, what did I do? So we're no longer doing that. Is that the one? What in the world happened? What happened? Yeah, these are fine. That's fine. Get our ridge body at the beginning update. Okay, this is greater than 0. Then we do a ground check. Do a ground check. Ground, horizontal, ground speed, else. Okay, nothing changed. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. What the heck? God, this is so frustrating. Anybody have any ideas? Anything at all? This is just a simple movement script. It should be easy, and it's just ruining my life. Okay. Maybe restarting the game. No. Something's messed up. Something's jacked up. Let's do a temporary Word doc over here. Save all this. Okay. Undo anything about. This should take us back to the beginning at least. Dude. What did I screw up? What did I do? Well, let's just redo all this stuff then. Okay, this should be back to where we were. And either way, right, now we have their player position. Okay. So now we do this. Player position, yeah. Okay, either way, we weren't falling. Why aren't we falling? What's cloth gravity? Okay. Did we screw up something? No, we got it all here. I think we added was this. That's the only thing we added. What? Okay, you know what it is? It's seeing this. I mean, it's seeing it as a ground component. That's what it is. We're gonna put this on. It's exactly what it was. So if we go to our player, exclude layers. Okay. So if we go to our player now, our box collider, we're going to exclude layer map bounds. We're going to throw this on layer map bounds. And lo and behold, watch. All right, now let's see how it works. Okay, that was good. Hey, it worked. Look at us walk across the map. You can see it in the top. And let's make sure we're clamped. All right. Okay. Jumps are still jacked up. That's what we need help with next. But that's fine. We are going to save. Camera follow. This is the old one. Yeah, that's our current one. Like I said, this needs some work to smooth it out, but I wanted to get something that worked. Player controller, this does work. Cool. We need to add one for the Y. So that's going to be when we jump. We're jump down. I want to see something. So if we're going this, if we jump, okay, that's what I was thinking. So these all should be pulled outside of this if statement. And maybe I was right. because it's only going to check our bounds if we're holding down. Okay, we want it to always check. So check rigid velocities here. Do you want to check every single frame though? I guess we kind of have to, right? Guess we kind of have to. I mean, we could... Look, we could put a physical barrier and just have a collider. But I don't think I want that. So let's bring this out here. Okay. Gonna be calculating bounds all the time. And I guess let's do this once. So wake, we want to do this and this. So we'll grab that once on a wake. Doesn't even know. Okay. It's going to be doing this. I guess we only need to do this once, right? We don't need to call this each time. How can we do that? Make... Now we want to clamp this, right? So we're in here. So at the end of the update, what's that math clamp? Okay, so that's good. You know, this will work. It goes there if. Then we also, let's just add it here too. What did I do? 151. 151. Okay, am I missing a? That's closed, that's closed. Add one there. And hopefully this should work. It should do the same thing. If it finds out we're beyond the border, it should just send us back. Okay, we know it works with this, as long as we didn't screw up anything. Okay. And then it should also work with this now. Glitchy. It's because it keeps trying to. I guess we set the. Our rigid body velocity, right? X is going to be 0. And we'll keep the Y. This way we're not. Or, you know, we can just. What if we just do this? I'm very curious now. What's that going to feel like? This way we're doing everything with velocities. It's not trying to just translate. So if we get to the edge here. Okay. I mean, that had the effect we wanted. Except since we're now at that, what I think we need to do is, yeah, that's cleaner, that's cleaner. I like that, but we're gonna set it to slightly the opposite way. So this is less than minimum bounds, so we want it to go positive. And this should be negative. This way it should push us right off the border without us noticing and be clean. So let's watch our transform here. Let's go on the player. Always forget to click back in. Okay, X, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that didn't quite do it. Let's do this real quick. This is why. This is why. Let's just do 0.1. Make 0.1 F. -0.1 F. Negative 0.1 F. And let's see how that one works. Player running. Here we go. Boom. We're still stuck. Okay, that's fine. I think if we do a combination of both. So if we also add let's see if this helps us out. The velocity to 0. We set our position. No. This would be min bounds dot x plus 0.1 f. This should be max minus. Let's check that one too. Okay, let's try this one out now. Let's try this one out. This is a pain. I wish I knew how to do this better. Oh boy. When I screw up, transformed opposition. Oh, that's why. That's why. Okay, compare the variable. This is where we want it to set. Did I do it on all of them? Yeah. All right. Let's try this out now. Okay, we don't get stuck now. Beautiful. Loop. Cool. Nice. Camera's a little slow. And we still get stuck in the air. That's the next one. But we do have our level bounds. We add a material to this. That's physics material. Okay, cool. Now let's add that a platform? Let's check this out now. So let's go add 3D object cube. We'll put this on ground as well. Okay, we stick to it. We're stuck. Okay, so we get stuck to it. That's not great either. I have run this before. I think I added a slippery material. Visuals, okay, let's create a physics material. It's going to be called no friction. Put this to 0, put this to 0. If we go to our player, our physics component, let's do no friction. Definitely feels snappier with that. We're way too fast now. Because now we have no ground friction, right? So it's not slowing us down in the opposite direction. We go to our player. Let's change our run speed to like 10. Why is it so weird in the air? Like, what if I add this to the cube as well? Is that going to help us? Okay, that does help. Doesn't feel quite snappy enough. Right? Still don't know why it gets stuck there. Let's try negative 50 gravity. Why does that feel so weird? Yeah, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Let's go back to negative 20. And jump force. All right, we'll mess with that a little more later too. Now we want to let's create a new script. Let's start working on some of the attributes that we want our player to have. Let's create a script, C# script. Let's call this player attributes. Now you spell it. Attributes. Cool. And then let's open that up. In this, we're going to define a bunch of variables to get going. And they're all going to be public to start. Float. Then we got player base, health, public, float, player health. Those are going to be calculated in here. Public, float, player MP, base MP, I suppose. And then public float, player MP. So we have a base MP, and then it'll be calculated based on our stats to give us their actual MP. And from that, we'll have a new different script that handles mana consumption and regeneration. And same with health, and the health will actually take damage as well. Then we got public. I think int. Yeah, all these are going to be ints. So these are going to be power, public, and wisdom. Science, well, public. Let's just start them off at 5. This will be agility. Gender? No, that's not it. We're doing slight. Player attributes, and the ones we calculate are like float, tech, speed, public, float, defense speed. No, that's not it. Movement speed. Turn speed, no. Movement, jump. Float. What other ones? Let's open up, while we're here, the other stats we were looking at. Jump, attack speed, defense. Defense, magic defense, base damage. Okay. But for those, melee, defense, public, float, magic, defense, public, float, ranged, defense. And these can probably all be private as well. But we want to spell it right. What are the other ones we have? Melee, magic, range, defense. Ranged, damage. Yep, perfect magic damage in melee. This actually be base? No, it'll take that. And then float, melee, mastery. Float, ranged. I think that's all those there. Right? Health. We set our base health equals 50. And we want this to be an int, actually. All right, I think that's what we're going to do there. Now, on our start, we're going to run calculate stats. And then here, we're going to have our calculate stats. And in it, we're going to have calculate ranged. Calculate. Oh, melee. We are going to have calculate magic. Defense. Just to calculate movement. And that'll be run and jump defenses will be all the defenses. And this could just be calculate base damage. so on start, it's going to run all those. Well, it's going to run the 1, which is going to in turn run all those. And then when we run these, we're going to have, this should be void. There we go. Void, it's going to be calculate base damage. And then we're going to have these. Okay, so our range damage is going to be what's it? Agility time. So we're at 5F. What else do we have here? So power or strength is going to do a little bit in range damage and a lot in our melee damage. Sure, this is just gonna be very basic. And magic is going to be wisdom, and then sleight, and then melee is going to be power. Power is going to be the main one here, right? Put this down here, and this will be power. Agility for now, sure. Okay, that's good. So if we have 5 and 5, it's going to be 5 times 2.5 points of damage plus power. Do you want to? Let's do this. Cool, so we got those calculated off the jump, and we can call that anytime we add a point, we can just call our calculate stats. I'll do all these. Calculate void calculate movement. So this is where we want to calculate our speed. Speed equals agility time minus power times 0.1. So the more powerful, the slower we are, but your agility is much higher. And then our movement jump goes agility again minus do that for now. Cool. And then we'll do this. melee defense equals 0.5 times power plus 0.25 F. Make that a float. So our defense, we're going to get a lot of defense from power. We're going to get some defense from our agility. Plus 0.25 F times sleight. Let's do that for now. And we'll just mix these all around for each one. All right, because this will be magic, and this will be ranged. All right, that's what we call it, magic defense. Magic defense. So it's actually going to be 5 times wisdom. 2F times sleight. Times agility. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, and then this should be ranged. Range defense. Yeah, I like that. Totals at 0.85. I mean, I think they're at a slight disadvantage. And then calculate. All right, let's save that. There shouldn't be any issues. Those are just defining variables, and we have very minimal math involved. Yep, I'm missing something. Which is fine. I probably just forgot to put an F somewhere. Like right there. Cool, so let's drop this on our player. And we have all these attributes. Most of these will be private, but let's run this. It should calculate all of our stats. All right, so our movement speed is 3.75. Our jump is 3.75 right now because those are the same. Defense, yep, because everything's 5. Cool, cool, cool. We increase power to 10. Now we should have big melee defense. We should be slower. Yes, we're slower. Our range damage is good. Our melee damage. Melee damage is, yep, high there. Awesome. So that's looking all right. So now we need to take our movement script and call our attributes. So player attributes. So we have our player controller. So we got a run speed and jump force. On our player, get component rich body. Public. Cool. So now we call our player attributes because it's already on the player. We can grab the attributes. In our start, we want it to go after the player attribute. So can we do a late start function? Late start? I don't know if that makes sense, but now because we want to calculate. Actually, we could just do this. Don't need these in here. So where's our awake? You've already find level bounds. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's check update position max horizontal. Ground check. It's fine. Run speed. So this is actually now this is player attributes dot movement speed. So we take that directly from our player attributes every time this is called, which will be the updated one once we make sure that the attributes are updated anytime that we add stats. Awesome. Awesome. And now jump. It's actually going to be player attributes dot movement jump. All right. So when we go in here, go to our player controller. It's gonna have nothing there. We play. We're gonna be moving very slowly, if at all. Yep, we're going very slowly just because of the way it's calculated. So let's update our default movement speed. So our maximum agility can be 20, right? 25? So let's give it... I don't want to hard code this in, but... So our max movement speed would be 25, 35 if we do it like this. Start at 10. Let's just do that. So now when we play, our movements, oops. What was that error that we just got? I didn't see it this time. Movement speed 12 and a half. Player controller 92. Okay, we are having an error at 92 in our player controller. I mean, we should be able to pull it like that, right? Oh, okay. We needed to look at the player object to pull the player attributes from. Yep, there we go. Now we're jumping, and this is all calculated based on our player objects. Cool. Jump on a platform. What happens if we... Okay, yeah, it doesn't update when we change it, but that's fine. We won't be able to change it like that. It'll be at specific times. All right. We got our jump. We got our run. We got a platform. We still need to fix. Still need to fix our jump. Like, why are we getting stuck in midair? I'm so confused still. And it's only when we're not moving. So I'm... Can you set just the magnitude of the velocity in a certain direction? Is that even a thing? That's where we want to be. What happens if we add force? Rigid body. Okay, rigid body. Transform up. What's force mode? Force mode. Mm-hmm. All right, how does that work? Does that help anything? And we're stuck. Let's go in our attributes. What if we make it 100? I just want to see how this works as opposed to just adding velocity. Why do we still get stuck? Why are we getting stuck? I'm gonna be honest, that feels a lot better, though. Alright, save that. I think we got to a pretty good spot here today, actually. What are we looking at? Oh yeah, we got just a few more minutes. I don't know if anyone knows out there in the chat, why are we having this issue? We have it setting velocity, we have it setting the force, where it just freezes at the top of the jump if we're standing still. It's so weird to me. So weird to me. I also don't like how we stop instantly, but we can clean that up with some acceleration, deceleration. What are we going to do with that? And then let's check our stats here. Player. Got all these. We also need to have an update call. We need health. We need an enemy that attacks us. All right, so let's create an empty here. Let's just create a container. Enemies. And just default this. There we go. Enemies, and let's create under here. Cylinder. Enemy 1. So we'll have to make an enemy script as well. Set it to here. Let's add a new visual so we know. I probably just duplicate this. Control D, player 1. This is going to be called enemy for now, and it's just for color. What color do we want our enemies? Beautiful. We'll drop that on our cube. Cool. Cool. This is also going to have a capsule collider. That's good. And we'll give it a rigid body component. Right, so that should just stay there. Whoop. Uh-oh. What did I do? What did I do? Oh, that's why. Oh wait, this is a cylinder, right? I put the wrong collider. We do not want a capsule collider. Do they have... Let's just add it. Make it a different one. Fine, we'll just do another cube. Enemy 1. We'll drop our enemy color on it. All right, we got the collider. Let's set this guy here. Rigid body. Cool. And this tag is going to be add one that's going to be called enemy, just so we can keep this organized. No, wrong one. What's this cube? Oh yeah, it's our platforms. This is going to go on our enemy tag layer. Enemy. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, and then let's save this. Let's add player controller script. Let's open that back up, because we do want to check if we get hit by an enemy. On trigger enter. How did we do that before? Trigger enter collider, if collider. And this is, we're just gonna do debug log here, right? Enemy hit player. Do we want to trigger? It's going to have physics, so I don't think we wanted to trigger right now. What? Oh, that's why. Okay. Position 2, 5, 15. Why is it getting launched out? Oh. Am I missing something here? 0, freeze position Z, rotation. Why is it not working? Let's see if this works. I mean, we know the player one works, so let's add a different visual. We don't want the script. We don't want this script. Okay, there we go. Jump over that, and we should see players within level bounds. It's checking it every time, right? Do we want to be able to walk through the monsters? I think so. Maybe not. Collision? Is that a thing? I don't think it is. On collision. And this is not the script for that at all. That's where we wanted that. What message? Um, why is it checking all the time too? Okay, don't need those anymore. That's good. Hmm. Hmm. 152.48. Sorry, I'm trying. This is a problem. I get way too into this one. 48. On collision, enter. All right, let's check this real quick. Man, I got way into the things this time. All right, we're gonna end it here today. I'm gonna get this last thing figured out, and from there, hopefully, I can figure out what's going on with this. The only thing I'm gonna work on off camera here is trying to get the jump so it's smooth when we just go up, and our collisions. And from there, this is, God, I don't even know how it's been 2 hours already. That is insane to me. And we got nothing done. I mean, we can't run this, but it does feel better. But thanks everyone for stopping by. Next time, hope we get some input here. We get this thing fixed up. We start adding our enemy movement and maybe some attacks. Type comes for parameters. Oh, is that what I did wrong there? Yeah, I appreciate it. No, thanks for your help. I know it's the syntax always screws me up. Type, so collision. Is that other 113? What am I? Okay. I got it. All right, appreciate it. Thanks for I think I can get this squared away now. And we'll be back next Friday or Thursday night, and we'll keep this going.